Hey buddies, what's up? Welcome back to another amazing episode of Trend Dealer. So guys, in this amazing episode, we are going to discuss every Multiverse Spider-Man who could appear in No Way Home. Are you guys excited? So let's get started. So keep up with me till the end. Comment right below this video, subscribe if you still haven't, and turn on the post notifications for more videos. Number 1. Spider-Girl, Mayday Parker. Originating in Marvel's MC2 universe, Earth 982, Mayday Parker is the daughter of Peter Parker and Mary Jane. MC2 is essentially identical to Earth 616, branching off from the main timeline after the infamous Clone Saga. Though she was seemingly born without powers, Mayday developed abilities nearly identical to her father during her high school years. Though Peter Parker and Mary Jane were against the idea of their daughter risking her life as Peter did, Mayday became Spider-Girl, succeeding her father as New York's web-slinger. A cinematic version of Mayday could easily be the daughter of Sam Raimi's Peter and Mary Jane. The two began to rekindle their relationship at the end of Spider-Man 3, and given the 14 years that have passed since Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst's last appearances, Marvel may opt to not digitally de-age them and have them be an older married couple and the parents of Spider-Girl. In this scenario, an older and even more experienced Spider-Man would fight alongside Tom Holland's iteration, as well as forming a father-daughter duo with Mayday's Spider-Girl. The Raimi version of Peter and Mary Jane repairing their relationship would be joyous for fans of the older movies, and having Peter pass the torch to his daughter would make it even better. Number 2. Ghost Spider, Gwen Stacy. Introduced during the lead-up to 2014 Spider-Verse, this alternate version of Gwen Stacy was bitten by a genetically altered spider instead of Peter, gaining superhuman powers and becoming Ghost Spider, after previously being known as Spider-Woman and Spider-Gwen. In her universe, Peter Parker became the Lizard instead of Spider-Man, tragically dying in the ensuing battle with Gwen. Ghost Spider is an extremely popular alternate universe Marvel hero, making her cinematic debut in 2018's Into the Spider-Verse, along with Miles Morales. Like Mayday Parker, there's a perfect opportunity to introduce her into the MCU. Emma Stone's version of Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man films was incredibly well received. In following the comics, however, she's killed during a fight between Spider-Man and the Green Goblin, breaking Peter's heart. Introducing a version of Ghost Spider whose point of origin is nearly identical to the Amazing Spider-Man universe would allow Emma Stone to return, who's similarly heartbroken over the loss of her universe's Peter. This version of Ghost Spider and Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker could easily bond during their team-up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, helping each other move on from their devastating losses. Number 3. Spider-Man Miles Morales. As the second Spider-Man of the Ultimate Marvel timeline, Miles Morales was also bitten by an Oscorp test spider. This spider came from the same laboratory as the one that bit the Ultimate Universe's Peter. As a result, Miles gained slightly different powers than Peter, having the ability to turn invisible and deliver incapacitating blasts of bioenergy at close range. After his timeline's Peter seemingly died, Miles became the new Spider-Man. Miles Morales is deservedly one of the most popular alternate versions of Spider-Man in any medium, with relatability and likability similar to Peter, while also remaining a unique character, having been the protagonist and audience surrogate in 2018's Into the Spider-Verse and the player character of Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Miles would be a welcome addition to the MCU. Miles was indirectly hinted at in Spider-Man Homecoming. Aaron Davis, aka The Prowler, appears in the film and mentions his nephew in a scene with Peter. Davis is Miles' uncle in the comics, indicating that the MCU already includes him, albeit without powers yet. Whether the MCU's version of Miles receives his powers during the film or an alternate MCU Miles enters the mainstream timeline, the young hero would correspond with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, just as Mayday and Ghost Spider would coincide with the two previous versions of Peter. Number 4. Spider-Man Peter Parker. In addition to the 3 mainstream versions of Peter Parker, No Way Home could also include a second Tom Holland iteration of Spider-Man, this time from the Marvel Zombie timeline. introduced in Marvel's What If. In addition to possibly saving the life of this Spider-Man iteration, bringing in the anti-zombie Spider-Man would also throw an entertaining curveball at viewers by including two Tom Hollands in the same scenes. With the nebulous multiverse being unleashed in Spider-Man No Way Home, the MCU could deepen the lore of other universes and create a particularly exciting spectacle by including more Spider-Man iterations than Tobey and Andrew. So guys, this was all about today's video. Share as much as you can, that really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With this, we end our video. Hope you liked the video. Do hit the like button down there and comment down your views, and do share with more of your friends. See ya, take care.